What's good, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I will be trying the Lumen Autotweaker. If you guys saw in my last video, I tried out Marley tweaks, and if you guys remember, I had this packet loss glitch. So I somehow fixed it. So I'm gonna have to redo the benchmarks because I had to run some free tweak packs that I found, and it somehow worked. So maybe it affected my FPS and delays, maybe it didn't, not sure. He also gave me his ping tweaks, but I'm not sure if they really worked, which they really didn't, I can't lie. And I've also been having this weird glitch where after I got tweaked, my game has been going down to 1 FPS for like 5 seconds. So this is like the whole reason why I bought the Lumen Autotweaker. So I'll be doing the before and after benchmarks for all of the entire thing. I'll do it on this OS and the Lumen OS. But if you guys are wondering what I'll be using Capture Max for the FPS, Windows Performance Toolkit for the delays, and Latency Mon for the other delays. So here's what the preview looks like of the Lumen Autotweaker. Just keep in mind that this is beta, so if things go bad, it's just kind of unfortunate. And this is a lifetime tweak. You get it forever. They give you like sessions, total, available, everything. They constantly update it, and when they update it, it immediately updates for you. Shows when it gets updated and everything. Community, live status, Discord members, Autotweaker users, active sessions, all that. Here's the overview. Shows all your specs, all the applied tweaks, and your system health. When I got tweaked, Marley said I had like the best stuff, but apparently I have 96 bloat apps and 29 bloat services and 107 processes. Maybe we could get that down. Apply, you just select some tweaks. You have minimal optimization, standard optimization, full optimization, and custom. Customs, like it asks you questions and you answer them. Then some backups. And then here are the tweaks. So Windows, just 3 things. Registry, 3 things. I believe if you click on it, it'll show you more. Yeah. So you click on it, shows you a bunch more. Debloat shows you these 3. GPU shows you these 3. BIOS, once again. Games shows you Fortnite, Rivals, and Valorant. Quality is extra stuff for how it looks on your PC and in your OS. And then at the very bottom, it shows who you're logged in as. So that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to show you guys the before and after benchmarks. Alright, here are the FPS benchmarks. On the top, we will have the after benchmarks from my previous video after I got tweaked. And these will be my befores for this video before I do the auto tweaker. So we have an average FPS for the befores, or the afters for last vid. We have average of 221, 1% low of 114, and a 0.1% or 0.2% low of 0 or 45.3. For before of doing the auto tweaker, I have an average of 182, a 1% low of 114.7, and a 0.2% low of 77.9. Now I'm going to show you guys the delays. Alright, now here are the afters for the delay. For the DXG kernel, we have 160 for a max and an average 10. And for the afters, we have 214 and 10. For the NVIDIA, we have 154 and 2. Over here, we have 132 and 2. For USB, we have 138 and 15. Over here, we have 190 and 16. For the NDIS, we have 111 and 10. For the NDIS over here, we have 93 and 7. For the NTOS, we have 79 and 3. And over here we have 32 and 3. Just make sure to keep in mind that I did run the free tweaks, so that's why my ping stayed the same. I had no more packet loss, and my frames got up and down, and that's why some of my delays got better and some got worse. But now I'm going to show you guys the latency mon. Alright, and now the latency mon stuff. As you guys can see, measured interrupt to process latency, the highest was 197, now it's 137. We had an average of 6, now we still have an average of 6. For the DPC latency, we had a highest of 192, now we have 134, and an average of 4, and now an average of 3. So somehow the free tweaks made my latency better and all that, but still I'm going to use the Lumen Autotweaker. So I'll be back shortly with the after benchmarks for that. Alright, this is Future Hypnic here. I'm just going to be doing a voiceover for this segment of the video since I did not know I had no mic audio. I went over to the stock OS and it was Lumen OS. I had everything just pretty basic, performance mode, everything low, just no sleep mode. For the after manual, it's all the way on the bottom because of the average FPS, but everything in blue is the average FPS, everything in orange is the 1% low, and everything in yellow is the 0.1% low. So the best 0.1% low average was somehow the stock OS. The best 1% low average was after manual, and the best average came from doing the after manual plus free tweaks. Somehow, I don't know how the after manual gets the worst, but I'm just going to go over to show you guys the delays. Alright, now we're over to the delays. Everything is already labeled for you guys. After manuals in the top left, before Autotweakers in the bottom left, and stock OS is in the middle right. Pause now if you guys would like to continue looking at this. But now I'm going to go on over to the latency mon. Alright, now once again I have everything labeled for you guys on the screen. In the top left will be after manual, in the bottom left will be before Autotweaker, and in the middle right will be on the stock OS. For the top left, manual 197.6, 192 and 4. Before Autotweaker 137.6 and 134.3. And stock OS is 271.7 and 267.4. Kind of crazy, looks about doubled, but nothing too bad for stock OS. Obviously improvements to be made, has stock stuff like Microsoft Store, all that. But yeah, now I'm going to do the tweaker and show you guys the benchmarks. Alright, now here I have the after FPSs. As you guys can see, the after auto tweaker is insane. All the blues is the average FPS. All the orange is the 1% low average, and all the yellows is the 0.1% low average. So knowing that this tweaker is in beta is insane. It had the best 0.1% lows, the best 1% lows, and the best averages. That's all coming from an auto tweaker that's in beta. Like, the auto tweaker has so much more stuff to be added. It's in beta and did better than manual. Like, how does that make any sense? It fixed my stutters. It fixed my internet having packet loss. It, like, fixed everything. It's actually insane. But those were all the FPSs. Pause right now if you guys would like to look more into it. And now I'm going to show you guys the delays. Alright, now here are all of the delays. Once again, I'll have a snippet of all the ones after the manual session on the left side. I kind of already went over all of it, but the DXG and the NVIDIA, the maxes were a little bit worse, and the averages were worse as well compared to the manual. The NTOS was better. The NDIS was worse than the maxes, but same in the average, if I'm correct. And I think that's it. But knowing that this is an auto tweaker and is keeping up with a manual session is kind of insane. Like, it's just like kind of crazy. But I'm going to show you guys the latency mon, and I'll catch up with that right now. Alright, now here are the latency mon testings and benchmarks. On the left side is from after the manual, and on the right side is from after the auto tweaker. So with the interrupt to process latency, the highest was 188 for after and 199 for the auto tweaker. And the average for the manual was 4.4, and the average for the auto tweaker was about 6.3. And then the highest for the DPC for manual was 187, and the highest for the auto tweaker was 195. And the average for the manual was 2.7, and the average for the auto tweaker was 3.4. So kind of crazy knowing that this is only about 1 millisecond to 2-ish for the averages, and for the highest was about, we'll just say around 10, like plus or minus 10-ish in that region. Kind of crazy knowing that this auto tweaker is in beta, keeping up with the latest and greatest of manual sessions. But yeah, alright boys, that'll be it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you guys were to have a main takeaway from this video, it's that auto tweakers can sometimes keep up with manual sessions. It also depends on who makes the auto tweaker, if they're a fraud or anything, but these guys are not a fraud. They know what they're doing. They're really good at it too, so maybe I'll buy their manual session. It's like $60, I think. This one's about 30, but I bought their manual session before at around like 35 for like everything, but that's also because I like negotiated. But yeah, they do a really good job every time. Really proud of what they do. This is also beta, and it's like 5.0, so they've only had about 5 updates. It's really good. It's very safe, very secure. Tons of tweaks, but even more to come. And yeah, it's really all I gotta say. Great stuff. In my opinion, better than the Marley tweaks from last video. No more FPS stutters, not really any packet loss, 20-ish ping. Of course, there will be more stuff added, more adapter settings, network, graphics card, tons of stuff that they're gonna add. More is on the way. But yeah, if you guys liked today's video, make sure to like it. Make sure to comment and say who I should get tweaked by next, what tweaks, anything like that. If you like my content, if I should do other content, more Fortnite again, updates, all that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. That will support me greatly. And that's all I really gotta say. I'll catch you on another video, guys. Peace.